the shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Another run here with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
No, we changed it. Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
That's complete, left side to Bateman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Hey, middle.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Fourth down, here's Jackson. It's complete, swings it out to his running back.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
13.
Jackson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 16. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Complete to Likely. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Chubb on the counter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watson off play action. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Now a first down throw, Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That goes for a gain of 31.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's good for the Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Jackson now. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
19 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. On target to his man, Likely. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Jackson will throw again. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break. Watson out, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air yet again, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens will take over possession here at the 44.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Now, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
In motion left, that's Cooper. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Cooper, the man in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Watson. And this one is incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Cooper will come in motion right. Watson looks to throw again. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb,
his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Final minute now of the third quarter. snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Leonard. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get
back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw is Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. In motion left, that's Cooper. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Right back to Njoku. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Cooper, the man in motion left. On first down, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. In motion left, that's Cooper. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete, left side to Bateman. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down.
Go ahead. 13.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here's Watson. Pass complete to Chubb. On the move past the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
To throw, Watson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Watson to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Watson.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Watson.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One last throw here for Watson, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.